push that one into the covers, and the speed of the ball made it, or forced it behind square of point to Jonty Rhodes' left, just out of grasp.
Merrick Pringle opening the bowling with Donald and not Sean Pollock, because of the variation, I suppose. The swing, a good idea from Hansi Cronje, and that one just dropping short, I think, of the gully.
It's been a long absence for him out of Test cricket, and he was swinging the ball beautifully, as though he'd never left the scene.
Alan Donald has bowled in. Atherton not offering a shot. This time he didn't get far enough across quickly enough to protect his stumps, and that, I think, just trimmed the off stump. What a delivery.
Yes, Alan Donald has bowled wider from the crease than these chaps will have been used to. In England he tends to bowl a little bit closer, but he's gone wider over a period of time. So I'm sure that Mike Atherton thought this one was just going outside off stump, but instead the angle did him and clipping the off stump. A very useful first wicket.
And there was a bit of movement off the seam then. We haven't seen a great deal of that. We've seen swing from Cork and from Pringle, but off the seam we haven't seen a great deal of movement, but that certainly did come back at him.
Yes, a little bit. It's a new ball. The seam is large and it's hard, and the most useful dismissal is getting Mike Atherton out for 9. Look at that, just trimming the stump, and he looks up, he cannot believe the sound. Those bails dropping.
Mark Ramprakash, a woeful test record, 17.6 the average, highest score of 72, and look there, he's into his 19th match and he's only got just over 500 runs. A prolific run getter in English county cricket. Can he make amends? Big appeal for LBW here against Alex Stewart.
One of the few decisions Daryl has had to make. And he quickly walks down, Alex Stewart, after being given not out, he quickly walks down the track to have a look at it, to see just exactly why that ball moved so sharply.
Well, it certainly did come back at him, and I think it hit him well above the roll, so maybe a bit too high.
Yes, it was doing too much, I think.
Oh, that went right through him.
It's another fine delivery. Now, the biggest problem with Ramprakash is that he really doesn't get properly into line. That back foot of his goes straight back towards the leg stump, and he's playing across the line to Alan Donald most of the time. So it's a really difficult situation for him, and unless he starts to get further across with his back foot covering the off stump, he's going to continue to have this sort of problem in South Africa.
Sean Pollock. Stewart just nudging it away off the 5 pad, using the pace of the delivery. Backward a square, 4 runs.
Coming on from Merrick Pringle's end.
Pringle just having 3 overs of swing. Now back. And again, finding that swing, coming back at the other end, taking over from Donald.
And the South African selectors have obviously noted that most of the English players don't really get into line, and particularly to the ball that swings away. Look at that, that's the perfect outswing. Well, not quite perfect because it didn't get a wicket, but just about perfect outswinger.
Too full, lashed away, just in front of square on the offside.
Of course, an outswinger has to keep the ball up to the bat to maximize the swing, and the tendency is to err on the side of a full pitch, and the batsman was ready for that one.
Stifled appeal there.
Yes, another one that's moving in the air, and Alan Donald coming from wide. Look at that delivery, all the way going down leg side, and the batsman completely fooled by that. Missed it by a long way.
Bowled him, middle stump. And another failure for poor Mark Ramprakash. Delight for the South Africans and for Alan Donald. His 99th Test wicket.
Well, one could have predicted the way he was going to get dismissed, because he was never in line with the ball today. And this one, the angle beating him, the ball going between bat and pad, and just taking that middle stump clean out of the ground. A very excited Alan Donald. He's now within 1 of 100 Test wickets, and Ramprakash surely now faces the axe. It's going to take a superhuman effort from him in the second innings to retain.
No greater sight for a fast bowler than this. The middle stump.
Watch the back foot.
Weaving.
The back foot now moving across at the too late to try and get into line.
Graham Thorpe coming right into form with a good 100 against Free State in the build-up match to the second Test. And a man who has done so well for England in Test matches. And an aggressive player. Nobody hooks and pulls better than Graham Thorpe in English batting, and showing that right from the outset.
Very keen to get onto the pull and hook, just to exert his dominance, and away that one flew.
Well, Donald, look at the stare there. That's a little bit of an exchange between bowler and batsman, with Donald having just been hit for 4 and Donald retaliating.
Absolutely. Psychologically, the bowler had to retaliate, both physically and verbally.
Pringle. Oh, appeal for LBW. He surely must be out. No shot offered. No, says umpire Carl Liebenberg. And Pringle can't believe it.
Well, neither could most other people, to be honest. That one was an excellent shot. And Liebenberg is trying to explain how that one was going to miss, and I don't know how he could have. Really, that was as plumb as you'll ever see. Considering the height, and we'll see that it hits him just about on the knee roll. But look how close that he is to the stumps, so there wasn't any room to go over the wickets.
In the air. This is easy. Oh dear. Can you believe it? Sean Pollock has dropped it.
Well,
that was a sitter.
Absolute dolly. A man who's on a roll, the golden boy of South African cricket at the moment, gets brought down to earth with one huge bump. This was a superb delivery, perfect line and length. Alex Stewart got himself into a bad position. He started to lose confidence in his hooks, played that bad shot, and down it went.
Well, that's what he tried to do against Alan Donald a short while ago. This time he gets it right against Brian McMillan and gets 4 runs. Donald denied his 100th Test wicket by that dropped catch in only his 22nd Test match. Can Sean Pollock make amends? The answer is no. That's raced away to the boundary.
He said that he'd battled a little for rhythm early on in the innings, and that was a sign that he just really tried to put the ball there. Thought quick to take advantage of a wide one.
Oh, beautifully played. Cracked that away. And how expensive can that LBW decision and that drop catch be with these two Surrey batsmen together?
England should have been 58 for 4, and suddenly they were 90 odd for 2. Looking good.
It was in the air for a moment. It went past Gary Kirsten at forward short leg. And those 2 runs bring up the 50 partnership between these two.
Yes, well, in Test cricket one could perhaps consider that a chance, although it went past him like a rocket.
Less than an hour for those 51 runs. This partnership turning out to be quite ominous after both have had lucky escapes, and now that's the patch that could cause the left-handed Thorpe some problems. Clive Eckstein, his first ball. And the finger's gone up. Well, they were all leaping about as that went into the hands of the short leg, and umpire Liebenberg has raised the finger.
He was fooled by the fact that the bat hit the pad first, so there were two noises there and the noise of the ball hitting the pad. So umpire Liebenberg obviously fooled into thinking it was a bat pad, whereas really it only hit the outside of the pad, and Graham thought
Anziehen von